Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello friends, I hope you are all well. Today we are going to read the part 1 of Unit 7 Agriculture Development. This unit is from the book The Environment of Pakistan. So let's start. Agriculture is a primary industry concerned with obtaining raw material from the ground for immediate consumption or for further processing. All types of agriculture can be viewed as a system with inputs, processes and outputs. The inputs fall into two groups: natural, which are physical, the factors of nature that affect the possibilities for different crops and animals, such as they can be water and sunlight; human, which are economic, the money involved, for example, the cost of investing, equipment, machinery, and so on. It also includes the number, skills, and attitude of the available workers. The inputs determine the type of processes on the farms. The result of what farmer does is the output. There are three main types of farming practiced in Pakistan. They are small-scale subsistence farming, cash crop farming, and livestock farming. Now we are going to learn about the inputs of agriculture. The natural inputs are land, soil, climate, water, and sunlight, and the human, which by human I mean economic. By capital I mean money. Capital, machines, fertilizers, labor, knowledge, land ownership, traditions, irrigation, and pesticides. Processes. The processes are plowing, sowing, irrigating, fertilizing, weeding, harvesting and threshing, milking, and breeding. The outputs of crops, food, and raw material are wheat, rice, cotton, vegetable, and flowers. The outputs of animals are milk, meat, and egg. They are for home use and for sale. Now we are going to learn about small-scale subsistence farming. Small-scale subsistence farms produce food and raw material mainly for the people who work on them. Any surplus for sale is a bonus, not an expectation. Many of the farms in all the provinces are small-scale subsistence holdings. The size of 34% of all the farms is much smaller than the normal subsistence holding, which is taken to be 5 hectares. This indicates that most farmers have difficulty earning a living from small holdings and they have to supplement their income from other sources. For example, they may work as a carpenter or blacksmith or cobbler, etc. A small-scale subsistence farm depends on nature. Some of the human, economic inputs are during the process of farming, for example, natural manure, seeds, etc. Other economic inputs like animals, offspring, wooden plow are transferred from one generation to the other along with the land. The processes in subsistence farming are completed with the manual labor of family members. Men folk work on the farm. Women may collect water from the well for irrigation and bring meals for the husbands. At the time of harvesting, the whole family works in the field. Sometimes unskilled laborers are also employed on low wages. Women and children also take care of the animals on the farm, preparing feed for the animals by mixing chopped fodder, pulses, and wheat, milking buffaloes, cows, and goats, and by collecting eggs. Output from the farm varies from year to year. If the rainfall is timely and pests and diseases do not attack the crop, a good yield could be expected. Surplus produce is normally sold to small shops in the village. The profit earned is used to pay the loans which the farmer may have taken in bad or for buying the necessities of life. Some profit is also invested back into the farm for maintaining implements and buying the seeds and fertilizers. When the climatic conditions are favorable, there is surplus wheat which may be sold in the village shops. After harvesting the wheat in early summer, other crops like maize and vegetables are then cultivated for family consumption. Draught animals like cattle, buffaloes, and mules are also kept on the farm. Cash crop farming. Cash crop farming means the growing of agriculture crops for sale. A crop that is grown primarily for sale is called a cash crop. In Pakistan, cash crop farming is gaining popularity in many areas. Farmers or landlords prefer growing those crops which can bring high yields and maximum profits. Large farms in Sindh and Punjab are being planted with cotton, rice, wheat, or sugarcane. When wheat is grown on a subsistence farm, traditional methods of cultivation and irrigation are used. The inputs of the farm are traditional. For example, crops mainly depend upon rainwater in some areas. Putwar Plateau, however, lift irrigation from a well may also be used. Animals provide drought power and traditional implements are used for plowing. The farm is owned by 2 or 3 families who consume the wheat produced on the farm. Cash crop farming aims to maximize profit. A cash crop farmer wants to increase agriculture output. This factor motivates him to use those farming techniques which will generate the highest profit. For example, production can be increased many times by using chemical fertilizers, high yielding seeds, proper distribution of canal water, and skilled labor with better knowledge of farming. A commercial farmer can afford to buy agriculture machinery, tractor, thresher, combine harvester to speed up the processes on the farm. The crop is also protected from pests and insects by applying pesticides and insecticides. When the crop is harvested, extra labor is employed. For example, cotton picking is done by women who are available at cheap rates and do this job patiently. For large-scale commercial farming, big warehouses are needed to store the produce before it is taken to the market. In Pakistan, because of the distribution system, the crop has to pass through several hands: the wholesaler, commission agents, and retailers before it reaches the consumer. Each one takes a share of the profit. This increases the price and limits the profit to the growers, which then badly affects the quality of farm inputs. Unlike subsistence farming, where mainly food crops are grown, a variety of crops are also grown on commercial farms, for example, cotton, rice, tobacco, sugarcane, and oilseeds. A commercial farmer selects the crop on the basis of demand, price, and favorable government policies. For example, the government may fix the support price of wheat or cotton. Growers of these crops are given certain incentives by the government, as wheat is the staple diet and cotton is an export crop, being our major foreign exchange earner. Agriculture products in Pakistan. A variety of crops is cultivated in Pakistan. There are 2 cropping seasons. The crops that are sown at the beginning of the winter season, which are October and November, are harvested in early summer, April and May, are known as Rabi crops. They include wheat, barley, grams, oilseeds, and pulses. The crops that are sown in summer, April to June, and harvested in early winter, October to November, are known as Kharif crops. They are rice, sugarcane, millets, maize, and cotton. The relative importance in terms of area and production of the major crops is given below. Crops: wheat. Areas in hectares 8,734. The production is in tons 25,492. Cotton. The area is 2,699. The production is 11,935. It is equal to 1,000 bales. Rice, 2,899 area, 7,442 tons of production. Sugarcane, there is the area of 1,313. Then the production will be 81,102. So that's it for today's lesson. Subscribe our channel Compete Education Pakistan. Like this video if you enjoyed. Press the bell icon so you can get our latest notifications. And also like our Facebook page Compete Education Pakistan. Allah Hafiz.